Hey guys, we're back at halftime Roomies and Happy New Year. And hopefully, this will be a better year than the one that's just left us behind. With me, I have Parul Thakur.
Hey.
And I think as the new year starts and the old one ends, I think it would be a good time to do a year in review and probably throw in some predictions of our own for the upcoming year in sports. So going back to 2020, the year of the devil, the year started off with Houston Astros getting punished for the cheating scandal, for which we also did a video a few months ago. So links at the top, and do check that out. Unfortunately, that was followed by very sad news with the passing away of Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
And then Chiefs won the Super Bowl, ending a 50-year drought. Finally win the Super Bowl last year. And as March hit, we all know that COVID became a worldwide pandemic. Things just
It was a sudden collapse.
Yeah.
I remember all sports were shut down, all
Yeah.
leagues were cancelled, and nobody had an idea as to when things would open up.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was a worldwide shutdown, apart from, I think, the Belarusian league that was still in play. The Belarusian football league was still in play, but everything shut down until, I think, June or July when things started going back up. So
Right.
baseball came back out.
UFC came out first.
UFC came out.
First,
EPL, the other football leagues, basketball in the bubble at Disney World in Florida started as well.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay finally won the Stanley Cup for only the second time in their history. The Dodgers finally, after repeated attempts at winning the World Series, won the championship. The Lakers won after a 10-year drought.
Yeah. I was lucky to witness that.
Yeah, LeBron James and Anthony Davis taking them to title number 17, tying up with the Boston Celtics. And Liverpool won their first title in 30 years.
Yeah.
So
That was one gut-wrenching result.
yeah, so no felicitations to them, but it is what it is.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Khabib retired.
He won and
yeah.
retired. Yes.
He won and retired.
He won and retired.
Yep.
Let's just hope to, have him back again though.
Mhm.
But then highly unlikely. But see what
Yeah,
happens next
undefeated, undisputed. Khabib's gone.
year. 29-0.
Yeah,
29-0.
with a really
so-
good record. Rafael Nadal won the 20th Grand Slam of his career,
Oh yeah.
tying Federer at the top.
Yep.
And Lewis Hamilton also tied Michael Schumacher for 7
Schumacher's
F1
record, yeah.
titles
Yeah.
at the top. So really, really good year in the end for sports. It finished on a high.
Yeah.
All the leagues are back, have resumed. NBA is back. Baseball comes back soon. Ice hockey is coming back soon.
Yeah, gladly for us, even cricket's back, and we had fans
Yeah.
in the stadium in Australia,
Yeah,
and New
cricket's
Zealand,
back.
so that was nice.
Yeah, and I mean, Australia and New Zealand have done very well with their COVID situation, so their sports
yeah.
have been flourishing. So almost all the sports leagues are back. Very exciting year ahead in sports. I think as time goes by, as vaccinations roll out, we'll see more fans in the stadium as well.
Yeah, the second strain is basically just put a temporary roadblock in terms of not having fans again.
Yeah.
So Liverpool and Everton were the last teams, for
Mhm.
example, in Britain who could have fans in
Yeah.
there. But now there'd be no fans again for the games. Same's going to happen with cricket, for example, with the third test that
Yeah.
India and Australia have. There are no fans on the
Mhm.
ground again. So I hope this roadblock is temporary in nature, and the current vaccine that we
Mhm.
have, it plays an important role in not exactly eradicating it, but then fight it in a way that we could have fans back
Yeah.
in the stadiums.
And so yeah, really exciting year ahead with sports. United won today against Aston Villa. Really
Yeah.
tough game. So we're top of the table. We're second in the table, behind on goal difference with Liverpool.
Yeah.
La Liga, Atletico has been on a rampage. They've been
Right.
dominating La Liga as well. AC Milan and Inter Milan have been doing well in Serie A.
Yeah, that's the thing. All these teams which were sort of lost and forgotten have
Yeah.
kind of come back in the other leagues apart
Yeah.
from Liverpool.
Bayern
Bayern's dominating.
is doing what they do very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so looking ahead at the new year, Nadal and Federer on the cusp of surpassing each other. Lewis Hamilton, who, ideally, I think realistically he will win.
He will win. Yeah.
Number 8 for himself as well.
Right.
Some really good Lakers again, a really tough team this year.
Yeah.
But
with the unit that they have.
yeah, so I mean, what are some predictions? How do you see some of the leagues and some of the individual sports playing out?
So for me, I'm just I'm just excited to see how United fares through, given that we both are United fans. So that's one thing. Keeping my fingers crossed. Don't really want to deep dive into what they're gonna do, what's gonna happen. But then, I hope they keep up the pace. That's that. As far as the whole Federer-Nadal rivalry goes, I have a feeling that there's another Grand Slam coming Nadal's way. Everybody would think it's a French Open. I also feel that it's going to be another French Open, given that the level of competition has kind of dropped. Yeah, but then it depends on the day and it depends on your luck when you're in the tournament.
I also have a feeling that I also think that he might take the Wimbledon this year. I just have a feeling. I mean, Wimbledon hasn't been his best surface. I mean, he does have 2 championships at the Wimbledon, but I have a feeling that he might do the French Open and Wimbledon double this year.
I only think it's going to be the French Open because Djokovic would win either one of them, either the Wimbledon or the US Open. So
yeah, I mean, Djokovic is. Australian Open is what Djokovic tends to win more. I mean, Dominic Thiem is a good player. I mean, he did take down Djokovic a couple of times last year.
We got to see what happens because Australian Open would start soon. I guess it starts in Jan.
Yeah, for a couple more weeks, and that starts. Right. The CAS banned Russia from competing in international sports, so they're not in the Olympics. They won't be at, I think, the Winter Olympics either, and they're also not in the 2022 Qatar Football World Cup.
Wow.
And they're also going to host any events for the next 2 years, so they're out of everything until the end of 2 years from now.
So I just hope there's another team which would take up the spot because the groups have been decided already.
Yeah, I think they might have to probably look into some qualification rounds for
the countries in the mix that were there, probably the ones which lost or were like third or fourth in the previous group.
So the Russian athletes can still, although compete as individual athletes under the neutral banner. So as long as they compete as a neutral team, which I think they also did in the 2016 Olympics, so they can still compete without having the Russian flag over their head.
Too bad for them, but it is what it is.
What else do we have? Do you see Khabib coming back if he gets the big money fight with McGregor?
I think the Poirier McGregor fight would sort of be one of those fights where Dana White needs to make it really clear that would it be for an interim championship or the championship, or it's just a fight that maybe the guy who wins would fight Gaethje because he was the interim championship. But then again, I'm not really sure whether he'd make a comeback or not. The rumors are that he wants a lot of money, which Dana White won't be able to sort of get out of his pockets. Plus, with the whole COVID strain coming back, we are again going to Fight Island to fight. So that's another thing.
Also, Mike Tyson came back last year.
That was a fun fight too.
Yeah, I really hope Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield go at it this year. I really want to see Mike Tyson back.
We're forgetting the biggest fight of the year.
Oh.
Fury versus...
Oh, yes.
Anthony Joshua.
Fury and Joshua.
Yeah.
Yep, the Gypsy King versus the coward.
Yeah, I'm deliberately being in Joshua's corner just to rile you up a bit.
That's fine because Tyson Fury will mop the canvas with Joshua. It's
let's see. I mean,
that there's also Triple G won, 38 years old. Gennady Golovkin came back and won his fight. Canelo Alvarez, my favorite fighter right now, Canelo Alvarez, won a very easy and decisive victory. Again, I mean, Canelo just shows you time and again why he's the best boxer on the planet, pound for pound.
Yeah.
And
I think he danced through all the rounds, right?
He took down a way bigger guy than him over 12 rounds.
Yeah.
And I mean the UCL is up in the air. We are out of the UCL. We're playing for Europa, and I really hope we don't play for Europa. I really hope that we just push in the under 23s and the bench warmers to play for the Europa. I think we really need to focus on the league.
You know what? I'm really loving how we are switching sports just like that, and people would be like, "Oh, they're jumping from boxing to UFC to football to and whatnot." And I'll jump to cricket then because we're gonna tour England next.
Yeah.
England. Looking forward to that series as well.
IPL will start as well.
I hope if they're on schedule, so we'll have them in April.
Test match number 3 starts in a couple of days.
Oh yeah.
Back in Sydney.
5 or 6 days left.
Yeah.
4 or 5 days, something like that. Yeah.
So 2 more tests left over there. Then a very really interesting series because Australia won the ODIs, India won the T20s, and now they're drawn in the tests.
And I had bad predictions for India, but then because I said it will be a whitewash, but then it isn't, so it's a 1-1.
Yeah.
What do you think it's gonna be?
For the Sydney, I think Australia will come back. I'm having a feeling that this series might end 2-2 or 2-1 in favor of Australia.
I would love it if it ends 2-2 because the thing is Warner is coming back from India. Rohit Sharma is coming back.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good lineup for both the teams, and Natarajan is also coming back.
Because the thing with both teams so far in both the tests is that apart from India getting that plus 300 in the second test, their batting has been poor.
Average.
Really
Below
poor batting.
average, actually.
Because even Australia got out for less than 100 in the second test. India scored 36, and they've both been stuck in the hundreds with
200s, max at max. Because Ajinkya Rahane is the only one who got the century.
Yeah.
So,
So really good test series going on so far. Really exciting. I do hope that. I don't know. This is again a prediction for the future, but I don't know when if we'll ever see Pakistani guys playing in the IPL. Because I really wish they do.
Never gonna happen. Did you see the Decade Awards that came out for the ICC team?
Yeah, you mentioned this a couple of days ago.
Yeah, so there was not a single Pakistani player in there. So they say that the awards are for the decade, but then there are players in there who started their careers in say 2015 or 16.
Yeah.
So Babar Azam should have been there. I feel that he's not there, so that's bad. Umar Gul on record has a better bowling record than Bumrah, but Bumrah is there and he's not.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure if this was a biased result or was it really intended just to keep Pakistani players out. I don't really know.
Were Sachin or Yuvraj in the teams by any chance?
No. Dhoni and
Because technically, if you look at it,
Dhoni and Virat made it.
Because technically, if you look at it, the first 3 or 4 years, the first 3 years of the decade, Sachin had a dominant run, and Yuvraj was the World Cup.
So that's the thing. Then why isn't Babar Azam there, who has a better record than all these players?
Yeah, which is true. That's BCCI controls the ICC. We all know that.
But then now when the ESPN Cricket Awards came out for this year only, so we have all the Pakistani players in there.
Yeah,
were they compensating for the whole Decade Award thing and just putting them in the Years Award? I don't know, but then it is what it is, and
it's pure biasness. It's pure. You know what? It is what it is. BCCI. Australian Cricket Board and ECB control ICC, so it's nothing surprising.
Right.
What else?
The Champions League?
Since we are not there anymore, I really want Bayern to win it.
Again?
Yeah, I'm fine with Bayern.
I'm done with Bayern.
Because I am not a fan of any Spanish team. I don't want any English team to win it except for us. I don't really care about the Italian teams, and I absolutely despise the French teams. So that leaves Bayern.
Then there's someone else.
Yeah, and I'm fine with Bayern winning it because you know what, Bayern at least they are an industrious club like us.
Yeah, I want to go one step further, asking you one question from my side. I don't know how many questions do you have, but Ole in or Ole out?
So I was Ole out for a while.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced for Ole in.
You're somewhere in the middle.
I'm somewhere in the middle. My only problem is that there's that lack of an X factor, which is not necessarily his fault.
Yeah.
The board hasn't backed Ole, and that's the board's fault. Just because we don't spend money, it's not Ole's fault. But then there is something about Ole that doesn't inspire the most of confidence.
Yeah. It doesn't excite you that much. It doesn't trigger you to how it did. It triggered us when Fergie was there.
But I will say this. The form that we're on right now, I am Ole in.
For me, there are a couple of things that he started to do right, and that's what made me happy. Substitutions, squad rotation.
Yeah.
He's gotten good at it. So he keeps on saying that we are improving as a squad, and he's improving as a manager. So I think there are good signs that we see.
Yeah.
But I'm in the middle too. I don't really know what to do.
Yeah, you know what? If Ole
Fingers
even
crossed,
wins,
man. That's where it is.
For me, top 4, probably either an FA Cup or the League Cup should be enough to keep Ole. And I think
we have to win silverware this season.
We have to win silverware, but also I think the fact that Ole is you can see the system forming.
Yeah.
You can see his formation and his system and his players falling into place. I think Ole, regardless of me being Ole in or Ole out, Ole still deserves at least one more summer of transfer windows. And if by the end of December, if by midway of next season, he's not in that top 2 phase where he's breaking away from teams and he's not losing those crucial games or giving away draws, then I mean, yeah, of course, of course, Oli, and if he does that job.
Your summarized take on NFL this season.
Oh yeah, Green Bay will win the Super Bowl. Green Bay's going to win the Super Bowl. They are going to win the NFC.
Guys, just take note of this. Say it again, loud and proud.
Yeah, Green Bay are winning the Super Bowl. They are going to take down Kansas City Chiefs. They will. Kansas will be the AFC champion.
That's where the dude Mahomes plays.
Yeah,
plays,
Mahomes
right?
Marvels.
Mahomes.
Green Bay are NFC leaders. Chiefs are the AFC leaders, and I think it will stay that way. Both will go in with the bye round into the playoffs. Both will win the championships, and I think Green Bay will take it at the Super Bowl.
If that happens and everything's open, we need to go to a bar and watch.
Yeah, it's this is King Roger's year.
Let's see.
NBA. Who do you think wins the NBA championship?
I think that Lakers would end up defending their title. I don't know how. I don't know how they do it, but then I think they'll do it.
It's I mean, it's only been 5 or 6 games so far,
because even the game that we saw the other day, they were on song and they were a bit tipsy-topsy in between, but then they just came back.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's only in 5 games. I think Lakers still have like a 3-2 record or something, 4-3 or something, and it's early days. Clippers are doing well.
Yeah.
Personally, I want to see, of course, my team, San Antonio Spurs, win. So my wish for San Antonio Spurs this year is to make the playoffs.
Okay.
They're not winning the title, that I can guarantee you, because it's the quality is just not there. But I really hope that they make the playoffs. And the other thing is, I really hope once Greg Popovich retires, which might not be too far in the future, I really hope Becky Hammond takes over, and which will also make her the first ever female head coach of an NBA team.
Okay, so my final set of questions being yes or no from UFC. Zhang Weili stays champion this year, yes or no?
No.
Oh, okay. Valentina Shevchenko stays champion, yes or no?
Yes.
Amanda Nunes stays champion, yes or no?
Yes.
Although Khabib is not there, but then if he comes back, stays champion, yes or no? Because he will take on McGregor. Yes or no? That's it.
But who is he fighting is the question.
It's a hypothetical situation I'm putting in front of you. So if Khabib comes back, we're assuming McGregor won against Poirier, because I know Poirier doesn't have the potential to defeat him, but then let's give McGregor a chance again. It's going to be a good Khabib versus McGregor 2, and it will be a big fight. Yes or no? Does Khabib stay champion? Yes or no? No?
No.
Okay. Adesanya stays champion? Yes or
Yes.
no? Yes. And lastly, John Jones stays champion? Yes or no? Although he relinquished his title, but then he's stepping up to heavyweight. So flipping the question: does Stipe stays champion? Yes or no?
If he fights John Jones, then no.
Then no.
Then no. If Stipe fights John Jones will slaughter Stipe.
Okay. And I'll flip it again. Okay, Stipe loses to John Jones. John Jones fights Ngannou. What happens then?
John Jones wins.
All right. So I keep saying these are my last questions, but I would not use that term again. So the MLB, what do you think about it?
The World Series, I think I want to say Red Sox.
Oh.
It's just, I don't know, man. We gave away Mookie
beggars
Betts.
Can't be choosers, and you can't be too hopeful.
The team we had in 2018, it's just not there anymore.
Yeah, that I'm aware of, actually.
Yeah. It's been a while since a champion repeated, but I think the Dodgers will take it this year again. I just think that they have way too much arsenal, guns in their arsenal to take the championship.
So, being in Canada, I would ask you this question, because we are in Canada, and let's go pro Canada on this one. But then again, I'll just leave it to you. The Stanley Cup.
Boston Bruins.
You're so not crazy.
Yeah. Boston Bruins, man, every single year they come so close. 2 years ago, they were in the Stanley Cup Finals. We lost to St. Louis Blues. Last year again, it's just every single year, it's so frustrating to watch them come so close and fall apart every single year.
So and you see them doing it the third time? They enter the finals and win it, actually?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't won since 2013, 2013, I think, 2010. Last time we won. I don't know.
It's been a while, basically.
We'll see. I say Boston Bruins, but I really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Let's see.
It's been an interesting year.
Yeah.
A
But
good year coming up.
there's so much to look forward to.
There's a lot to look
Yeah.
forward to.
Yeah, and the best part is, please, those vaccines should kick in hard and well.
Yeah,
And we
but-
could have my whole agenda is having the fans back out
But also the problem is
in
that
the grounds, in the bars, and everywhere.
but the
actually.
leagues aren't taking care of guidelines themselves because so many of
Oh,
the
yeah.
Premier League games were pushed back.
Yeah.
So many. I mean, NFL is having a tough time with so many infections coming up now and then.
It's just the unpredictability of things. I mean, it's not that they're not working hard behind the
Yeah.
scenes, but it's just that something or the other comes up, and
Yeah.
and we have no idea what's happening. Where is it coming from? Who got in touch with whom, and so on and so forth. So,
Well, you know what? It's first day of the year.
oh yeah,
Let's see. Positive thoughts. Hopefully things go right from here. Hopefully the vaccine kicks in.
yeah,
We all get vaccinated very quick.
right.
And we're back to 2019 before COVID.
yeah, maybe. Let's see.
Actually, you know what? We can switch from AD to BC before COVID. I think it's time to go back to BC. So 2020 BC is where we basically start the year again from. The world resets from
Dude, wasn't that a movie? No, what was? Oh no, that
That
was
was,
10,000 BC.
10,000 BC.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, good episode.
Absolutely.
We wish you guys safe and successful and a very happy new year.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
May all you guys keep your jobs. That's the most
Yeah.
important part.
yeah. Hopefully, everyone who's lost their jobs gets their jobs back.
Yeah.
The world goes back to normalcy
Normal.
as soon as possible.
Yeah, we need a good reset.
Yeah, and hopefully we have a good year at Halftime Roomies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please like, share, subscribe,
Yeah.
and we'll see you guys soon. Cheerio.
Happy New Year, guys. Bye.